Hey folks! So today I'm going to talk about the drug that is killing the most Americans, the drug that has the highest rate of addiction, sugar. Okay, so I may be exaggerating a tad. Sugar isn't necessarily a drug, but it is considered a mild stimulant, and it is, sorry to break it to you guys, but it is addictive. Yes, I'm totally not exaggerating that. It uses the same rewards pathways as cocaine, but unlike cocaine, it doesn't have the potential to completely ruin your life. Unless, of course, you look at the long-term effects. Sugar overconsumption is known to cause one chronic illness, diabetes, and contributes to the cause of several others. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. But I love strawberries and grapefruit and oranges. No, I'm not talking about sugar in its natural state with fiber and antioxidants and phytonutrients. I'm talking about refined sugar, which comes in many tricky names. Every year, the health costs associated with diabetes are $176 billion. The health costs associated with all illegal drugs, all drugs, except the legal ones, like OxyContin, which is basically legal heroin, is $11 billion. Sugar is clearly way more damaging to our society, but because it doesn't cause the noticeable behavioral problems that interfere with functioning in daily life, it's looked at as something fun and harmless, a treat. And of course, it can be that. But unfortunately, if you want to live a long and healthy life, monitoring your sugar consumption must be done. I don't mean eliminate it completely. I freaking love ice cream, chocolate cake, sour gummy bears, nerds, chocolate chip cookies stuffed with Oreo cookies. Yeah, that's a thing. But if you can be clever about most of your meals, having those treats won't be as bad. Here are 4 ways to easily reduce your sugar intake. Now, it will take some legwork in the beginning, but once you find your go-to products, you will be set. Step 1, find simple ways to cut out sugar. There are some obvious areas where sugar can be avoided, like with drinks. Most of what I drink is water, the occasional kombucha, and even rarer Starbucks white chocolate mocha, which my husband calls crack. And we all know crack is whack. Cutting out juice, sodas, energy drinks, and other sugary drinks is a simple, but maybe not easy, way to reduce sugar. I have a client who did this, and now when this person goes out, a soda is a treat instead of a staple throughout the day. Sometimes cold turkey is not the most attainable path for someone wanting to make changes. Simple does not always mean easy. Set yourself up for success by setting up goals that are attainable and sustainable. Because sugar is addictive, when you cut the amount you consume, you will have withdrawals and cravings. But remember, that's the feeling that you want. Look at it positively. That's how you know it's working and your body is changing for the better. Get a refillable liter water bottle and keep it with you at all times. You will drink it. Step 2, look at serving size. The rest of my suggestions are going to be all about the nutrition label. You know that there are some packaged foods that are going to have added sugar, and I even buy those things, but I'm still mindful of sugar content. One thing to look for is serving size. Is the serving size on the package realistic? Am I really going to eat 25 grams of this, or is it more like 50? You know what? I have a kitchen scale and I am not ashamed to use it. To all those judgy people who say it's obsessing over food, no, it's not, as I would rather know what I'm putting into my body and if it's going to harm or help my health. Step 3, look at fiber content. Fiber content is so important, not just because women need 26 grams per day and men need 38, but because when you have foods that are higher in fiber, they are usually more nutritious and they will keep you feeling fuller so that you don't become as hungry and want a snack. Sometimes you gotta trick yourself into doing the right thing. Mind games, y'all. Mind games. I usually have toast in the morning, and one slice has 5 grams of fiber. That's a lot. Sometimes wheat bread will trick you into thinking it is really whole wheat, but it's not. Companies are really good at marketing, and you must always revert to the ingredient list. If it says made with whole grain or whole wheat or multigrain wheat, cracked wheat, and several other terms that do not actually mean whole grain, what you want to look for are rye, whole grain, blank, or whole wheat. Notice the made with is not there. One of those 3 will indicate that it is a more nutrient-dense bread. Remember, the higher the fiber content, the better. Step 4, look at sugar content. This right here is the key to label reading, understanding what those grams of sugar really mean. The bread I eat has 4 grams of sugar per 1 slice. That means there's 1 teaspoon of sugar. 4 grams, 1 teaspoon. So if you have a soda that has 20 grams of sugar in the can, you can just think about 5 teaspoons of sugar stacked up, ready to be shoveled down your throat. Next year, the labeling is supposed to change to reflect added sugars versus natural sugars. But considering the National Confectioners Association, a candy lobby group, just had their annual meeting in Miami at the National Doral Hotel. It's a Trump hotel. We shall see if that actually happens. Nevertheless, with this information, you can make a more informed decision about what you want to put into your body. There are many lifestyle factors that go into the development of chronic illness, but dietary habits are a big influence. Abs are made in the kitchen. 75% of deaths are attributed to chronic illness. And you can reduce that risk by making changes now to what you're putting into your body. Think about it. What are you willing to give up to have a healthier life? Thanks for joining us, and make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, because you know I love sweet foods, so let me know what sweet foods you eat that are low in sugar. Peace!